to another episode of Let's Talk Deer, brought to you by Grandpa Ray Outdoors, owned by Mr. John O'Brien. John's a Midwestern guy. He's around the Madison, Wisconsin area. He's been an agronomist for over 29 years. So he knows seed, he knows soil, and he knows what white-tailed deer need. John has a large seed company, Grandpa Ray Outdoors, but also he's in educating. He's one of the best educators, seminar, platform speaker, communicator for soil, water, and cover. The soil brings the food, the water hydrates, and the cover keeps them safe. So that's what whitetail needs. So any questions at all about seed, go to GrandpaRayOutdoors.com. Let's Talk Deer does receive compensation from Grandpa Ray Outdoors for mentioning him on my show. Welcome to another edition of Let's Talk Deer. It's Friday afternoon, and it's the 19th of June already, so the year's rapidly coming to the halfway point, and summer solstice is coming up, and longest day of the year. So guess what that means, folks? We lose a couple minutes every day now. It's once the 21st comes, and so we're that closer to hunting season. Talking about hunting season, I'm happy to have Curtis Slaugh on, and he's one of the main people over at Tops Camo. He's joined up with Brandon and Lauren Barfield, and they've created Tops Camo, one of the up-and-comers in the camo industry. So Curtis, welcome to the show again. And folks, this is a redo because we had some technical difficulties. So if you've seen posts on Facebook, then, this is just a duplicate of that. But having said that, Curtis hails from Utah, and we're going to chit-chat about Tops Camo today.
Perfect. I appreciate you having me on here.
Well, I'm excited. And so give us some background on Tops Camo.
Okay, so I guess, Brandon and I became friends. Brandon, Lauren, and I became friends, and just kind of, I guess, through the Full Drawn Addiction line. I've been affiliated with them for a little while. We were associated with another camo company, and camo is so dang expensive, as everybody knows. So Brandon was kind of playing around, developing a pattern, and we got to talking one day, and he's like, hey, I've got this pattern. We should, build a few suits and see how everything works out. So we built like 20 suits. We sent it out to some good friends of ours that like to hunt a lot, and we basically told them, try it out, let's make sure everything's gonna work, the design wise, camo pattern wise, zippers, stitching. So we sent it out. They went out, hunted in it, and then, like in January or something, I think it was actually ATA in 2018, we met up, and or probably 19, and we met up, kind of convened, and we're like, man, let's do this. Let's go out, just for fun. So we started, marketing in it a little bit, and shoot, it just kind of kicked off. We then after that, we developed a late season pattern, which is a brown pattern. And shoot, I love it. It's one of the best camos that I know of right now.
So what are you wearing right now?
So this is the early season Slayer suit. I've had this for about 2 years now. Wash it every time I wear it, pretty much, so it doesn't fade at all. Like I say, I don't even know how many times this thing's been washed, but it's lined with fleece on the inside, and it's one of my favorite suits, especially that early turkey season. You start sitting out there and it's still in your 40 degrees. This stuff, shoot, I've never been cold in it. Once you start getting up in the 80, 90 degrees, that's when you got to go to the early season lightweight, though.
So you have three lines then. You have the early season, you have the late season, and then you have the Slayer suit. Is that correct?
Correct. And then we also do have the women's line. So, and that's mainly the light season. So we
So
have
that's an
basically
early season pattern. Is it the same pattern or is it different?
yeah, it's the same pattern, but there's some blue digital. You know, if you look at our camo pattern, you'll see some digital in there. So where the digital green is, it'll be digital blue, and then like the Tops logo on it will be kind of like a turquoise blue.
But it's just different size. Basically, the women's line, can you get late season also?
No, we haven't came out with that yet. So maybe that's something we can work on. Wait,
So that it's early season
women's
only.
yeah, early season only. Yeah, women's we're still kind of working on the Lauren's like the size queen on the women's side. So I've had a few women I've had a few women text me and be like, "Hey, what size do I need here?" And I'm like, "Lauren, I need my help. I need your help on
Yeah.
this one."
Now, in a marketplace, and you're relatively new, that we know the iconic brands, and then there's a lot of other brands out there. Because everybody's got a great idea and they innovate, and you know you can get it made. So, what sets you guys apart? What sets Top Camel apart from the other guys?
So when Brandon and I and Lauren kind of got together, we wanted to base our stuff off of customer service. Um, our customer service, we've sat down and we're like, dude, like we have people calling us all the time.
I think Curtis got a phone call.
Yeah, I did. Sorry.
That's all
So,
right.
um, so our customer service we wanted to base 100% off of just because of, there's a few people that, man, you just buy our product and once you buy it, we're done. So, but going back to the product, our product, I think we've designed a product that for the money, I think it's top of the line stuff. So this Slayer suit we've used, I mean, what was it, 2019, I drew an elk tag, and I hunted dang near 22 days straight, and I wore our camo every day. And I mean, I was going through brush and, stickers and all kinds of stuff, and it held up. And I've had the same camo for probably, I don't know, 2 years now, and I'm either wearing the early season or the late season, depending on what my surroundings are. And I've had no issues with none of it. So our heavyweight is waterproof. You put it on. If you go to our website, topscamo.com, one of our staffs on there posted a video of he got caught in a downpour when he was hunting, and he goes in, he shows it's downpouring, and he gets in his car and he takes his jacket off, and he's completely dry on the inside. So, and when I was hunting in Oklahoma, I had our product on sitting in the tree stand. Same thing, downpour came in. I got to the truck and I was completely dry. So I think we base our motto off of customer service and quality for an affordable price. So I think that's kind of where Tops is headed and where we will be too. If you need anything, we will be here.
So, you mentioned price a couple of different times. So, give me an estimate. I'm a big guy, so I'm an extra large, and I want to buy um, early season Slayer and then late season.
So on the early season Slayer, you're for the pants, for the face mask, gloves, and the top, you're looking at about $150
For all
plus
three
shipping.
pieces or all four pieces?
Yep, for everything. It's called the Slayer bundle, is what we call it online
Okay.
at topscamo.com. So you can look it up. Your lightweight suit comes with the pants, top, gloves, and beanie. You're looking at about $125 plus shipping. So your heavyweight suit, it comes basically, it's a bundle pack as well. You're looking at about $275 plus shipping. So I think for the money, I think it's well worth it. I mean, as everyone knows, if you go to look at other camo companies, shoot $275 where you buy the pants for.
Well, no, neck gaiter and a beanie and gloves, right? I'm being
Correct.
facetious, folks. It's not that bad, but um, there's some companies out there that are really proud of their product, and they should be. Hey,
Yeah.
they should be. They got great product, but
Yeah.
you're going to spend, well over $1,000 for just
Correct.
one set, just for
Yeah.
one set,
Yeah.
and that's the way it is.
Yeah. And since like 2019 when we started marketing everything, I think we've had one guy call us and he was all mad because he'd ripped his pants on a barbed wire fence or something. But I mean, if it's stitching and stuff, we'll work with you as well for whatever. But I mean, if it's like barbed wire and stuff, it's kind of rough to warranty that.
Yeah, well, there's all types of people out there. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah.
New products. What do you got coming on the drawing board?
So we've got a few things working. Hopefully next year. I hate to say too much, Brandon will kill me, but
Well, don't say too much. Just
so we do have, we have the hats. We're working on our hats. The hats ain't perfected yet, but our hats right now are nice. I like them, but I just want them perfect. That's kind of how Brandon and I are. We want everything. When it leaves our shop in Georgia, we want it perfect. So we've got a few things to reconstruct on our hats, but we've got T-shirts, all kinds of swag, whatever you guys want, we've got. I know here personally, I just bought like a personal engraving thing, like a laser engraver, so you can go in. We're working on all kinds of stuff, all kinds of swag, so we can
good.
basically in-house all that.
You got decals and all that stuff?
Yep. Yeah, we have a sticker company that we have some in stock, but if you want huge ones, like people want to put them in their whole back window, we can work on that as well.
Good. That's great. Now, Lauren's in charge of the women's line sizing. How has that market been for you guys?
It's been a little slow. 2019, when we kind of came out with it, it took off really good. And then we actually had a few women come to us a couple months ago. They're like, man, we want some more of that. So we actually got some more in, and we're fully ready to send it out. So
Now, do you have ladies on your pro staff or your ambassador?
yes, we do. We have some awesome women on our pro staff, and they do really good. Like Jennifer down in Florida, she does amazing. We got, a couple people out in Oklahoma that I've hunted with and hung out with that she does really good, and she kills some big stuff as well.
So actually, people take your camo. They're not just dressing the part. They're actually going hunting.
They are. Yeah. Yeah, we've actually, man, we're on a few shows, Wicked Stick Outdoors, and there's a few other shows that, dude, they kill some awesome deer. Squinchers Outdoors, they're all on our staff and everything, and man, they kill some dandies. And
How
they're
about
all
you and
using our
Brandon
product.
and Lauren? How have you done hunting with tops?
I've done really well. So 2 years ago, I killed a 370-inch bull with my bow.
Dang!
Really,
Limited
yeah.
tag?
Yeah, it was a limited tag in Utah, out in the Manti unit. So last year I killed he was 167, but he broke off the main frame, and
Oh,
he would have been probably a 190 buck, and I killed him with my bow, and then
in
killed a
Utah?
couple whitetail last year. Yeah, that was in Utah. Killed a couple whitetail last year, and the year prior I did good on the elk. I think I killed a cow elk, and then killed a pretty decent buck that year. Couple whitetail. Yeah, I've had really good luck with our camo, and I do a ton of lion hunting and bear hunting. So in lion hunting, you really don't need camo, but I wear my late season because it's like in the negatives when you're walking to a tree.
Yeah.
But I wear it and it's amazing. Like I stay warm. Plus I'm pretty active as well.
Yeah. Do you
So
run hounds yourself?
I do. So I was born. My dad ran hounds. My grandpa ran hounds, and so I was raised in the hound business. I do a ton of taking people. We kill probably a couple lion a year, a couple bear a year. We'll probably catch 20 to 30 bear a year, but only kill a few. So I do a lot. I mean, I've gator hunted in Louisiana. I went up to Canada, bear hunting over bait. I've been moose hunting a few other places. I've been to Alaska, caribou hunting a few times, and then basically all over the states hunting.
Well, that's good. And Tops Camo just tags along.
They're there. They're there everywhere I go.
Now, do you have another
So
job also?
I do. So when we was coming up with the name for Tops Camo, we kind of have an oil field business. It's called Tops Well Services. So I've been in the oil industry since I graduated high school, which was in '98. So I've been in the oil business for a while now. So,
Wow.
but that's kind of what we do. So Tops Well Services, we've got a couple workover rigs, and then we've got 3 frac fleet, and then we've got an electric fleet as well that we go frac wells for.
So you stayed pretty busy.
Yeah, it's a full-time gig. I can't
So
complain. It's been really good. So it's a little slow right now, but hopefully we've done pretty well with Tops Camo. So and Tops Well Services, we're staying steady for the COVID and everything going on right now. So
yeah, well, hopefully we'll get that behind us sooner than later.
yeah, hopefully before hunting season, huh?
Well, um I am my own thought about that, and I'll just put it out there. Guys and gals are going to go hunting.
Well, and that's this spring. I mean, shoot, I took 10 turkey hunters and then 3 bear hunters. So I mean, with everything going on, we wasn't working, so I stayed out in the Book Cliff south of Vernal hunting nonstop. So
Did
it
you?
was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, long, long time ago. This ancient history. I got the picture of the buck. Um, I killed my best mule deer ever in the Book Cliffs in
Oh, really?
in the roadless area, and
Nice.
it was nice. And then short story about that, a guy came into my house and goes, "Man, that's a gorgeous buck. That's a gorgeous buck." And it had some cheaters, it had some trash, but it was a pretty squared up, deep forks and everything. Just a gorgeous deer. And he was just gushing over it. I said, "Well," he said, "Can I buy it?" I said, "Well, make me an offer." And he said 1,000. He said $1,000. Now this is 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So he said $1,000. I said, "Give me $1,000 in a jar."
That's funny. Yeah,
Well, yeah,
that's
because I had bought a tag, which back then was probably $100 or something,
yeah.
and and I was hunting with a crew from the Elk Foundation, and oh, this Hugh Hogle was one of the guys, and I can't remember. There was 4 or 5 of us, and anyway, we had a cabin, blah 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 blah, and a guy offers me $1,000, and I go, yeah, because I thought, well, I'll get another one,
Yeah.
and I didn't.
Yeah, that book list tags kind of went downhill. I know
Yeah, it really has.
I bought a couple mule deer tags there a few years back, and they wanted a ton of money for them, and I was just looking for like a 180-inch buck, and I just didn't. I hunted hard too, and didn't really see a lot of 160, in the low 170s, but nothing
Yeah,
over 180. My
yeah. I
daughter
think we.
actually drew that tag this year.
Uh-huh. And you know, I don't know, why, but anyway, it has gone downhill, and there's other places in Utah where you legitimately have a 180 to 200 range. Everybody
Correct.
knows
Them
that.
that like that Henry Mountains tag, dude. If
Yeah,
you'll
even a
guarantee it almost.
got still good, and but you're
Yeah.
going to wait a long time for it. But anyway, needless to say,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to four season, and here in Colorado, we get a 66 tag, unit 66, four season. It cost me, well, I burned all my points, 17 points to get it,
Yeah.
and I've hired an outfitter, and Lazy F Bar, Steve Gregary out of Gunnison, and that's where 66 is. So,
Nice.
I'm going to have a valid opportunity. There's
Yeah.
no slam dunks in hunting. I mean, a blizzard could come in and I'm shut down. But anyway,
Yeah.
but realistically, 180 or better, you know,
Yeah.
opportunity. So I'm stoked about that. I'm in the gym and
Nice. You'll
working
have to let
hard.
me know when you go down there.
Yeah, it's November 18th through the 22nd.
Nice. That's my son's birthday.
Yeah, and if I get some late season Tops Camo, I'll probably shoot it with Tops Camo on.
Nice. Heck yeah. Well, you better.
Yeah, well, that's the way it rolls. So,
Yep.
folks, if you have questions for Curtis, just reach out to topscamo.com. Um, you're up on what, Instagram and Facebook?
Yeah, we're on Facebook, Instagram. Just if you just go to the hour or the magnifying glass, type in Tops Camo, we'll come right up. Topscamo.com is the website. Go check us out. You won't. I'll guarantee you'll love it.
Any other thoughts as we close up this segment of Let's Talk Deer, brought to you by Grandpa Ray Outdoors and Burner. Burner HD is the world's finest non-lethal personal protection device. You can buy a Burner HD at burner.com, and please use my promo code LTD2020 to save dollars, 10% off all products at Burner, and you get on orders over $100, you get free shipping. So that's burner.com, promo code LTD2020. And don't forget to check out Grandpa Ray Outdoors. Well, Curtis, let's wrap her up.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you letting me be on here. Anybody have any questions about our camo lines? If you need anything about anything, feel free to reach out to us at topscamo.com or Facebook, Instagram, type in Tops Camo and we'll come up. So there's all kinds of references on there. We have people on there all the time. Just that's what we kind of base our everything off of is our customer service. So if you have any questions or anything, feel free to reach out to us.
If somebody's interested in being on your pro staff, how would they do that?
So if you go to the webpage at topscamo.com, there is a staff icon that you can click on. Go click on that, and then it'll send it to Brandon and I, and then you can either reach out to us on Facebook as well, and we can discuss kind of where we are. We like to base our staffers off of, like, we basically have a family. Like, if someone has a question or someone says, hey, man, I think you should put a pocket here, I think you should do this or this, we listen to our staffers. So, I mean, they're the ones out there basically using it, and they make recommendations, and, man, we'll listen to it, and we'll probably put it on our stuff.
All right. If you have any questions, go to topscamo.com. And so this is a wrap for Bruce Hutchin, host of Let's Talk Deer. And thank you so much for listening.